Alright, so here's our issue. This is a CMC PT35 lift pump. It's one we actually bought years ago, and I had to rehab once. It wasn't functioning when we bought it, and I found all I had to do was take it and clean it apart. I think it was off a boat that was probably in salt water and had sunk. But at any rate, we bought it years ago, and I rehabbed it once, and it worked great for many years. It stopped working just recently. What I found was I took the cap off, took a look, and this is already all cleaned. I've already done that job. But I'd found that this cap and the brushes were so full of dirt and oil and gunk, and I don't know how it got so contaminated looking. It wasn't lift oil either. I just think the seal maybe on this wasn't that great, and had a lot of goo in it. But the brushes actually weren't even making contact with the armature down here. So I went ahead and got a lot of contact cleaner, got this all shiny good and clean. One of the things that we found that we've been struggling with is the pigtail on it was really not very good. It was already spliced a couple times, so we weren't too happy with the pigtail. You can see it was already, we spliced it here once, and there was another splice further up. I could not get this cord grip off. I guess there's salt in it or something. I could not get it off. So we got a new cord grip. Kind of hard to find because it's a 3/8 thread. Most cord grip is half. So we're going to put this on. Nice new wire. We're going to rewire the whole thing, and let's see if that solves our problem. Alright, most difficult part of the whole thing is getting this cap on, is getting the brushes retracted to go over the armature. So I'm going to go with a screwdriver on each side and gently get the corner started, then I should be able to push that right in. Let's see what we do. Okay, that brush is in. I think that one started. That one. Oh, shoot.
What?
Of course I got the brushes started.
And?
Gotta take it back off. Forgot the gasket. So I gotta do it again.
You want me to push down on that
No,
one?
no, please don't. Last thing I want to do is put too much pressure on these. So again, I got one side started. Do the other side. Seems like it's going down in there. Can't see anything. Just have to guess. I think I got it going in there. Can't get it to go down in there. I don't know whether it's the top of the armature going into the slot or whether I'm still hitting the brushes. And I want to force the brushes. I can't tell. We may have to pull this armature out. Which I don't remember. I Can't see anything around that cord. Alright, this is going to take a while. Ow. Alright, I could not get those brushes retracted. I had to take the armature out. I just could not get them to retract. And I'm not going to risk breaking them. So we'll figure out how to get that slotted in here in a minute. Because every time I was trying to get that in there, there's no dice. Yeah, I can see now why I was fighting with it. Because even with it out, it's not easy. Put them back in after. Jeez, I may have to. I don't have enough hands. What the hell was that?
I don't know. Did something drop?
Something just fell off.
You didn't lose a brush, did you?
No, the brush is right there. I feel like I lost something like a gasket.
The rubber thing?
Is there a rubber gasket I just dropped? I felt like something dropped out of there. Don't see anything though. Maybe it's my imagination.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear or see anything now either. Well, it's maybe my imagination. I don't see anything dropped anyway. Thought maybe there was like something on there, but I don't see anything. Let's clean this thing up.
So I hold that.
Jesus Christ. Can't get these brushes retracted. I don't know if I do this. I'm getting grease all over everything in this thing. I'll have to spray it real good before I'm done. Let's turn off that camera. Just wasting film. I'm just wasting card space here. I'll show it when it's done. Alright, I had to take the armature out and do it that way and put it back in, but we're now testing. Let's see, there's my piston ram. Sounds good. Actually sounds better than it did for hasn't sounded that good in quite a while. Okay, let's go back the other direction. Make sure we're retracting. Switch our polarity. Looks good. Sounds like there may be a little air in it. Okay, fully retracted. So now we're just going to check the oil. And I think we'll put this in and wire it up. Looks good. All right, left everything here. bolt was still in the plate down there. I'll take it back out, put it in, put the pin in, and this will be hooked up, at least mechanically, and then we got to figure out what we're doing electrically. Alright, so we've loosely hung this, put the bolt back in. Don't know if you can see it through there, but there's a bolt in there. Anyway, it's hung by the bolt. We're going to hook up the power to an external battery, like we did when we were testing things. Going to extend the ram down, put the pin in, tighten it up, do our wiring, and we're done. Alright, looks like we're just going to test.
Alright, I'll beep.
Let's go in the down position. See what we get. Here, hold that. Ready? Let's see if she goes down. Alright, that looked good. Let's go up. Is that hot? Don't grab it right at the wire and it's fine. Alright, let's go back up with it. Here, move towards me here. I can't. Hang on. Here we go. Ready?
Goes up more smoothly than goes down.
Mm-hmm.
You're good.
Looks good. Let's go back down just so it's easier to work on the cable routing. Alright, so our motor was working manually. I was having a problem with the switch and I traced it down to our snowplow solenoid. I found a loose post.
Oh, right there, yeah.
And when I tighten it up, I'll do my test here. We'll do it again just for the sake of argument now that I finger tightened that. But you're going to see, I think I'm only getting about 12. I'm not getting a full 12 volts through this. I'm only getting a 1/4 volt, which tells me even though it's clicking, it's not making contact. I just finger tightened that post back up. Let's see what happens when I just finger tightened it before I drill these out. So this is a three-handed test, so it's a little tough sometimes. So I got the ground on. No, I don't. I need more hands. Or better equipment or something. Anyway. Stay. Alright. So I'll hold this on here. You got that, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
Got my what is it power line and my signal line. So there's my hot. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
0.3 volts. So even though it's clicking, I'm not getting anything through there. So I have a suspicion that there's a broken wire on this post in behind it. So I'm going to drill out the rivets. It's got a gasket on it, so we should be able to drill this out, take this off, take a look inside. It's not working anyway, so I'm at no loss to do this and see what we see. Alright, we diagnosed our solenoid, found out the problem. When I tightened that one nut up, the post down there, this post, has a slot. You can see on this one how it's underneath in the slot, and it makes good contact. This one was just sitting loose in here when I got in here, and what happened when I tightened the nut up, I turned the slot and it popped out. Oddly enough, if I turned that enough, it may have recentered itself. Who knows? But you never would have known that. So I'm going to reseat that correctly and we're going to put this all back together. Alright, we put it back together. We couldn't re-rivet it, so we did find some stainless bolts and we put it all back together. This is going to be our test. I'll bet you it's just fine. All it was a misplaced bolt in there. A little bit of fun putting it back together, but we got it. So let's test it. See if we can signal both ways. If so, I'll go install the thing even though it's dark out. Okay. Probe. Ready?
Yep. 12.
That was the one that was bad before.
Yep.
12?
Yep.
Okay.
Check the other one.
Oh, I will. Ready?
Yep. 12.
We got a fully functioning solenoid. So now all I gotta do is just go install it, and I think we'll be in good shape. I'll probably have to do it with a flashlight.
Flashlight's right behind you.
So we'll go install it, and I think we'll be back in tomorrow. I don't care if I do the other stuff in the ring, the taping and the cleanup. That's minor. At least the major mechanicals will be back on. All right, very good. All right, we're kind of in the dark here. I'm gonna hook my solenoid back up. There's our motor. Have to do that by flashlight. Let's turn the key on. Let's see if we get anything going back there. Let's see. There's our motor. Goes up. Goes down. Up. Oh, that's better than it's worked in a long time. Up, down, looks good. Success. Okay, let's remember to turn the key off. It's going to drain the batteries. Shouldn't be anything there now. Nope. All right, success. We did good.